Welcome to the first installment of a five-part leadership series exploring how companies build sustainable CDL pipelines from within. I'm joined by Calvin Cooksey, Director of Strategic Partnerships here at FleetForce. Calvin, you've been leading this new division of ours, redefining how companies think about their CDL training programs. First, I want to thank you for being here, man. And I want to ask you, what exactly is the Strategic Partnerships division? What problem is it supposed to be designed to solve?
Appreciate it, Jonathan. Great question. The Strategic Partnership Division, or SP Division, is how FleetForce connects directly with employers to help them solve their driver shortage from within. We partner with companies across logistics, food service, beverage, and distribution to create on-site CDL training pipelines that turns existing warehouse and yard employees into licensed CDL drivers. So instead of fighting over the same pool of drivers, we actually help companies grow their own. They're predictable, efficient, and in alignment with their operations and their culture.
But wait a minute, the driver shortage isn't just about numbers, right?
You're exactly right. The driver shortage isn't just about not having enough people. It's about access and structure. There's a disconnect between training, employment, and funding. CDL schools often operate in isolation from employers and workforce programs. So people complete training, but they still don't have a clear path to a job. FleetForce fixes that by bringing everyone to the same table. Employers, workforce agencies, funding partners, and we're building a sustainable ecosystem that serves all three.
So let's talk about the model. How does FleetForce's approach differ from a more traditional CDL training program?
Most schools recruit random applicants, train them for a few weeks, and then send them out into the market. Our model flips that. We embed with employers and design training programs right inside their facilities. We train their own people currently working for them, warehouse associates, yard spotters, technicians. We use their own equipment and their safety culture. That means faster onboarding, better alignment, retention. That's often 3 times higher because those employees already have loyalty to the company.
That all sounds fantastic, but how does that eliminate the driver shortage on a larger scale?
Well, because it opens the door for people who already want to grow. They just didn't have a pathway before. When a company promotes from within and provides access to CDL training, it creates new drivers instead of just recycling experienced ones between companies. That's how you grow the total supply of drivers sustainably. It's not about volume, it's about pipeline creation.
You mentioned workforce partners earlier. Let's go back to that. How do funding programs and ROI factor into that strategy?
Great question. It's a major part of what makes our model scalable. We align every partnership with available funding. There's WIOA, on-the-job training, apprenticeships, GI Bill, Skill Bridge, SNAP ENT. I could go on and on. That helps employees offset training costs, and it gives our state and federal partners measurable outcomes. Some people trained, placed, and retained in high-wage jobs. We always say training doesn't have to cost you. Not training does.
Okay, so let's make it real. What's an example of a company where this model is already working?
Well, Publix is a great example. In just 3 years, they've trained over 300 new drivers through our model. They reduced their cost per driver about 40%, tripled retention, and never disrupted their warehouse operations. That's the exact blueprint we're now replicating with other major employers across Florida and beyond.
What do you mean by beyond? What's next for the Strategic Partnerships division?
Well, we're scaling nationally. Our goal is to train 5,000 new drivers over the next 18 months through our employer-led programs. We're also launching our Corporate Safety Compliance Academy. So training doesn't just stop after the CDO. It continues with telematics, compliance, and leadership development. Ultimately, the vision is simple: to make the term driver shortage obsolete.
So if someone's listening right now, they're watching, they work for a company that's struggling with driver turnover capacity, how do they get started working with FleetForce?
Honestly, the easiest way is to go to the FleetForce website. I think it's posted here. Or if you want to, you can connect with us on LinkedIn. There's a FleetForce page, myself, my partner, Landon. We start every relationship with a strategic partnership discovery questionnaire. It helps us understand your pain points, your cost, and goals. From there, we design a customized on-site CDL training solution with funding options built in. It's simple, measurable, and it works.
It's a great way to cap off our first video in this leadership series, Calvin. I want to thank you for showing us how FleetForce isn't just training drivers, it's redefining how companies build their internal CDL pipelines.
I appreciate it, Jonathan. Always good to share how we're helping employers and communities grow at the same time. That's our mission here at FleetForce.
So stay tuned for part two. We're going to dig further into how this model scales, and we're going to show you why it's a truly sustainable solution for the long-term future of logistics.